Greetings and salutations. Welcome to Tanisha's Reading Corner podcast. I am your host, Tanisha. Tanisha's Reading podcast is dedicated to anyone who desires to make reading a daily habit as a form of self-care. To stay updated when a new podcast is uploaded, please subscribe to the channel. In addition, you can find me on Instagram at Tanisha's Reading Corner for many book recommendations and tips and tricks on how to keep reading a daily habit. Let's dive into today's episode. Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Tanisha's Reading Corner podcast. So, yes, you heard reading that title correctly. This will be the last Monday book reading challenge. No, the challenge is not going away, so please don't fear. I'm just going to incorporate these challenges now included in the Wednesday podcast. So that way you get more analyzing and more just bang for your buck in all the general. But I didn't want to leave you hanging, so I'm just going to leave this as the last book review, but it's going to be an add-on. So we're going to do a book challenge today, and then we're going to do another one for the Wednesday episode as well. So today is the 29th of May. So we're in the last week of May. June is coming in this Thursday. Wow, we are halfway through the year. Isn't that insane? It seems like these months have just flown by. So halfway through the year. So the book week challenge part 1, I would say, is how are we doing on our reading goals? You know, in January, we always have these big goals about what we wanted to do. You know, some of us had a reading goal. I'm going to read X amount of books, so I'm going to spend more time reading, or X, Y, and Z when it comes to reading. So how are we doing on those goals? Are we following up with them? Have we fallen off with them? Do we need to update them? So that's what I want you to do. I want you to write out what the goal was, how we're doing on that goal. And then I want you to hold on to that thought, because the part 2 will go over on Wednesday during our regular meeting. So stay tuned for this Wednesday for the full episode, and I'll see you then. Till then, bye-bye. In the car. And on that note, I thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Tanisha's Reading Corner podcast. Thank you for coming back. And this season, we're going to dive more into some audiobooks, but also into biographies, autobiographies. This season, also we're talking more about tips and tricks, as always, keeping reading a daily habit. So stay tuned on Mondays for the weekly book challenge, and then on Wednesdays for your Deep and Dive podcast episode. So again, thank you. Please, if you love this episode, share with family and friends. Please rate wherever you get your podcast, on Spotify, Apple Music, or whatever your podcast. And I'll follow at Tanisha'sReadingCorner.com, which is the website, and also on Instagram at Tanisha's Reading Corner. And wishing you all good wellness and good reading. Have a good day.